Hi everybody, it's Howard and welcome back to the HR Show Experience. As you know, I just went to the Fantasia Back to Me tour and it was just a lovely, lovely thing. They had Candy opening up, then we had Eric Benet, then of course we had Fanny Bobo herself coming out there to get ugly. And we're going to talk about my journey that I had. That was a journey I had and it was something to be told, okay? So let's start this off. So I picked my friend up from work, okay? I picked her up and I took her home. Then I came back home, got dressed, got my ticket, got my camera, got everything together, and hit it on out the door because I knew I was might hit a little bit of traffic, right? And I'm going to D.C. Anybody that has been to D.C. or has not been to D.C. or has not been to the United States but wants to come to Washington, D.C., you will have a good time because Washington, D.C. is a very lovely place. It's very, like, you know, it's nice to look at. It's kind of like New York, but without all, like, shorter buildings. Shorter buildings. Not even, no, actually no. It's not like New York at all. New York is nothing. Anyway. So I'm going to see Fantasia. And I'm driving, okay? I'm driving. I'm like, Jesus, get me to here. Because, like, I don't want to miss Candy. Candy is the first thing open. And I was going to see Candy. I was hyped for Candy. I wanted to fly above the drama with her, okay? I wanted to, you know, do something lovely as well. Quite swell indeed, you know? So I get there and I'm like, okay, let me figure out where this thing is going. And the GPS on my phone is not working. All I had was the GPS in my window. And the GPS in my window was letting me know how to get to DR Constitution Hall. And the GPS on my phone was trying to let me know how to get to the place for the parking garage. So I had to get the address from my phone into the other one to get to the parking garage. I turned to the wrong parking garage. I said, sir, where's this parking garage, blah, 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 to get me where I'm going. He said, okay, you have to go up 2 lights, make a left, make a left, make a left, and then you're back at the front of the place. I'm like, well, Jesus, here, how am I going to figure this out? I don't know anything about, you know, D.C. I'm terrible with directions. What am I supposed to do with myself? And I'm trying to get here to see Fantasia, and I just spent my hard-earned money. I'm going to get here, and I want to see this whole show. I want to get my money's worth. So, I do my whole little stunt thingy and just turn around and go and park the car, right? And then I go and I'm walking with purpose, okay? Walking with purpose to get to DR Constitution Hall. And it is cold, okay? I stayed in bed all day, just so I could make sure that I was well enough. I had enough voice to be able to speak and everything. Because you guys, I'm not joking. Like, I have to get myself together to be able to do these videos as of late because I've been so sick. It's been tragic. Tragic, and sad. So anyway, I walk into DR Constitution Hall and I'm going on in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, quite a few people in here. So I make my way, I go there and I give the usher my ticket and everything and I'm like, okay, well let me go. And I'm like, DR Constitution Hall is not that big. It really is not. And I was quite shocked. I didn't quite know what to think about that. But anyway, so I'm making my way to my seat, and the second I make my way to my seat, the lights go down, here comes Candy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm excited! Here comes Candy, the Miss Real Housewives of Atlanta, blowing up on that ass, doing the most, flying above the drama and everything that comes along with it, candy coated, Miss, candy coated nights on, nighttime talking about sex and things, Miss Nasty herself, I'm just saying. So anyway, she's up on there and she's singing these songs and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm shocked out of my mind. Candy is 100% better than any and everything that we've seen on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and on her CD. She's so much better live than she is on her CDs, which is quite odd, But I mean, not so much because clearly, like, when you go to see this show, when you go to see this tour, you're going to see vocalists, you're going to see people perform, okay? This is a good show to see, and I learned so much as an artist just seeing how they performed and their energy and how they carry themselves on stage. My goodness, what a learning experience I have had. But anyway, so Candy's up there and she's singing and everything, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't really know this song, and I just wanted to just step out right quick. Sorry, Candy, please don't be mad at me. But I was listening, and I was still jamming while I was walking. But I was jamming and walking right on my way on over to the little stand to buy my little t-shirts and programming things. So I'm like, okay. I get there and there's no one buying anything. I'm like, oh, do they know something I don't know? Apparently so, because I walked on over there and I said, hi, and I smiled. And the lady was like, oh, he smiled at us. I said, yes, I did. I would like to get some help, please. And she's like, oh, well, let's help him out. Let's help him. I said, sure, please help me. I need a program and I want to get some shirts, What else, what other, things, merchandise do you have here to be sold, to be purchased by me? What else do you have? She said, well, it all depends. What size shirt are you looking for? Well, I'm small. Small shirts is what I wear, And she said, oh, we don't have your size. How do you not have a small? The show had just started. How do you didn't know, they didn't sell out. The woman was like, oh, well, they didn't really come here with very much of anything. The only sizes in the shirts that they had were like extra large, 2X, 3X. What am I going to do with that? what am I gonna do with that? What am I supposed to do with a 3X shirt? You know what? You know, swim in it? You know, hibernate? No hibernation in a cave? Let that be my little igloo or something? What in the world? So no. So I said, no, I don't need any of that. And I said, well, let me get a program. Let me get a program. And she was like, okay, $5. I said, what? $5? She said, yes, $5. I thought, are you sure? The program? The program with the pictures and stuff? She said, yes, $5. I've never once been to a concert, ever once been to a concert, and the program was $5. Programs are like $20, $25, $30, you know. This one was $5. I said, she said, well, does $20 sound better? I said, well, it does sound more realistic, but you know, it's okay. It's all right. $5, here you go. Let me give you a little $5. And I bought a picture of Candy, and because Candy didn't really have anything there, and Eric Benet, he didn't have any merchandise. I was going to try to support a little bit of everybody, you know. I try to go there, and like normally when I go to concerts, I can put down like $150 at that little stand thing, because I just get overwhelmed. I have so much fun. I just like, oh, I just want to buy a little bit of everything. I just want to remember it all. And what a remembering situation I have had tonight. And it was okay that all I got was that, you know, oh, and I bought the Fantasia. I'm doing me tote bag because I didn't want to have to carry all that stuff around. And I was doing the most inside the show. But anyway, back to me. So we're going to go on in back into the show. And we're sitting down there. And Candy, she's flying above the drum and she's singing it. And Candy was hitting the notes like all the, you know, all of that extra that she does. She definitely, you know, can do that live. And like on her CD, she definitely oversang a lot. Oversang quite a bit, and the veins was popping. She was sending her voice to places where we weren't quite sure it was supposed to go, but she did okay live. So let's just move on a bit. You know, oh wait, and Candy also at the very end brought her mom and her daughter onto the stage, right? And she also sang a song for AJ. But mind you, while all this is going on, I'm taking pictures. I'm having a good time. I'm dancing. I'm getting down, dancing in the streets, you know, dancing in the street like it's Sunday, Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning cartoons and things, having a good time, Looney Tunes and friends, you know. But anyway, so moving on. So I go up there so I can take my little pictures or whatever, right? And then clearly security comes out of nowhere and just comes out to the side and says, excuse me, sir, you have to go back to your seat. You have to go back to your seat. And I had floor seats and I wasn't that far away from the stage, but I did have to walk a ways to get to the front to take the good pictures, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get a picture. And I'm just snapping away while he's ushering me back to my seat. So I'm like, okay, geez Louise, let me just sit down, right? So then she's over and the lights come up and then it's the, I'm sitting there and everything is just coming together. I'm just sitting in my seat waiting for the next thing to come to be. And Eric Benet just comes out there. And let me tell you, that man put on a show. That man, watching him sing, it just captures your mind and just takes you on a ride, it does. And his background singer, that girl, she was singing for me. She was really putting on a show. That girl just let her, watching this show, each and every person just let their voice just out, just pour itself out. And in every 5 seconds, here it is. This is for the ladies. This is for the ladies. For the ladies. I'm so tired of people saying that. Oh, I don't care. Okay, there are not just ladies in this audience. But clear, yet and still, Eric Benet was giving them ladies something. Them ladies was clearly going through some things. Okay? Like, my goodness. Like, they was dancing and they was passing out and going through trying to grab on him and grab on every bits of his nether regions and things. I'm like, well, my good gracious, this is a mess. And I was just over him, saying, like, this is for the ladies. For the ladies. Okay, well, what about me? What about me, Eric Benet? I'm enjoying myself too. You can't sing a song for me, you know, for the dude sitting there in row K. Anyway, so I'm over it. I was just over it. But I got some good pictures of him, and once again, security came after me and told me to go back to my seat. I'm just over it at this point. I'm like, look, you're not gonna, you can't just stop telling me to keep going back to my seat. You can't expect me to be sitting down this entire concert. It's a concert, Constitution Hall, okay? Let's just move on. So finally, here comes Fantasia. When Fantasia comes out there, I'm like, I am going to be hyped. I'm going to go off. This is my Fanny Bobo. She's about to come out here and get ugly for me. And she starts off singing. Let me get it right because I don't want to take over, tell y'all a lot. She starts off, the intro is truth is ain't gonna beg you no more and selfish. Then she goes into figure yourself. Then she goes into man of the house, doing me and trust him. Okay, she starts this show off and we are just giving it. She comes out there with this white ensemble doing the most, and she's just singing, just just doing what Fantasia does, getting ugly with it. And this whole show, the whole look of it is very simple, but for instance, Fantasia, she doesn't have to have, you know, fireworks and everything. You're coming there to hear her sing, to watch her give that testimony to the Lord on the stage. Amen, hallelujah. You know, such a good show, such a fun time. So then, after that, let me see. There's like the screen comes down and there's a scene. She does a little acting. She's bringing what she did on Broadway on into her career now and today. What a joyful thing! What a good, smart thing to do. You know, she's sorting herself out. She's just bringing all of her talents together because she is trying to become global. She's trying to become that next Beyonce, and she can do it because she has the talent. Beyonce, Fantasia, you can do it, girl. I just know you can. Then she sings collard greens and cornbread. I can't stand the rain. Don't know why. I love you and kiss. I said, all right. Oh, okay, this is going to be good because when she started singing collard greens and cornbread, people was going off. Fantasia, one thing about Fantasia, she's definitely a performer. She really is doing the most. And she came out here this time, she had on a black afro and a black cat suit. It was something. She had different costume changes and wig changes. She changed her hair for every time, I must say. But she did a good job. She did a good job. And like when she was singing Kiss and Don't Know I Love You and I Can't Stand the Rain, those were like some standout songs for me. I love it when an artist will come on stage and will sing a song that's not theirs and really blow it out the water. Because and everyone is still on to every word. And we're still hyping, we're still up, and we're still dancing. That's amazing to me. Because not a lot of people can do that. So sad. Sad indeed. So then there's another scene, and then she sings The Thrill Is Gone, Come Together, Move On Me, Teach Me, Been Loving You, and When I See You. Okay, now let's just talk about this. And this time when she comes out, she's wearing this blue thing and a little Tina Turner shimmy dress, right? Oh, wait, no. No, she wasn't. She was wearing that a bit before. But either way, that's beside the point. So I'm running back and forth up to the front of the stage. You know, I don't care. I'm going to have a good time. Dear Constitutional, you were getting on my nerves, okay? I'm going to be hyped. I'm going to get my good pictures, okay? I paid that $65. $65, we're in a recession, okay? Do you know what that equals now? $65, that equals like me paying like $700 for a ticket, okay? $700, and I want my money's worth. And then Fantasia, not only did she do that, she was like, you know, guys, listen, okay? I'm trying to perform. I'm trying to give these people a show for their money, okay? And I can't do that. It's very difficult for me when you guys keep telling people to back up. Stop telling them to back up. This is my show. Let them be hyped. Let them be up. And then so what did I do? I headed to the front of the stage. I wasn't gonna care. Move out my way, security. I just heard what Fantasia said. Fantasia's the one on the stage. Fantasia's the one who's running this show. Okay? Apparently not. And she was nice. She was nice. She was like, listen, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful to you. I'm not. So security guard, come here. Let me shake your hand. And she shook his hand. I said, that's right, Fanny. You tell them. Because we're going to have a good time, okay? They don't know. We get ugly in here. You know, we kick off our shoes. And let me just say, Fantasia had her shoes on for this whole show. Except for twice. When she had on the blue ensemble, and at the very end, she has on this big gown. And I'm quite sure she didn't have on shoes. Because you know she loves to take her shoes off. And she has a floor-length gown. There's no reason for her to have shoes on under this. So you know she was barefoot. But it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter at all. I don't really care, you know. Let her get ugly. And let me just say something else. She only got but so ugly. She only got but so ugly because I was ready for Fantasia, you know, wigs be flying like this and she's going to be sweating and makeup is gone and she's like, ah, and just going off. That's what I was ready for. She went ugly, but she didn't get butt ugly, you know. She didn't just get, you know, a hot training mess. But she did give me a spectacle to blow my mind. But either way, let me just also say, I was up there and I was taking a picture, okay? And the man was telling me I had to go back to my seat and I was backing up and there was this woman sitting behind me, okay? Look. My heel hit her foot, okay? I didn't step on it. I hit it. And I turned around, I was like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. And she was looking at me like, I said, oh, well, just forget it, you slew-footed heifer. I'm over you, heifer. I'm over you. I tried to be nice to you. Whatever. You just continue to sit in your seat while I'm standing up being hyped for Miss Fanny. Go ahead, Fantasia. Move on me, baby. Hey, I was going off. I'm sorry. That is just ridiculous. Okay, I don't care if you want to stand. If you want to stand up. If you want to sit down. We're at a concert. Okay, a concert. You're gonna be standing up. You're gonna be hyped. Okay, don't. If you want to sit down, go see Susan Boyle. Okay, go see Susan Boyle Dream a Dream. Okay, and sit down with that. You know. All right. You know, go sit down with her. Because over here at Fantasia, we get up and we get down, okay? That's what we do. We get ugly, kick off our shoes, kick off our boots, all right? Moving on. And then there's another scene where she's sitting down and she's being interviewed by this guy, and he asks her, well, Fantasia, what do you have to say about what all the people are saying about Fantasia and how Fantasia's living her life, and this, that, and the fourth. And she said, well... Yes, she did. And when she said that, we were going off. I was like, yes, Fantasia, tell him. If she wants to mess around with whoever she wants to mess around with, it does not matter. It does not. It really, honestly, does not. This is just tardy for the party. Why are we all up in this girl's business? Why are we all up in her Kool-Aid? Goodness gracious, we are in her panty drawers more than she is. A mess. Anywho, so and then she comes out and she's like, you know, I know I've been going through, I know I've been, you know, everything has been just a mess, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I have to live my life. I have to do me, and I have to be strong, right? And I just want to also go back just a bit to teach me. When she sang that song, I was feeling some type of way. Because, listen, she said sometimes you got to teach people how to love you. And, you know, that's very true. And that is the path that I'm on. I'm going to teach somebody how to love me. Because if you're not loving me correctly, I got to go. Bye-bye, I got to leave, I got to run. Because you're a scud bucket. And we can't put up with it. We cannot do that. You know, so teach people. That's what we're going to do for 2011, everyone. If you are not happy, just teach that person how to love you. Or run, screaming at the top of your lungs. Even if you're butt naked. Because, you know, that's just what you have to do sometimes to get away. Did y'all not see For Color Girls? She should have been ran. That man was dangling them babies. Anyway, then the scene with the interview. And then we have Bittersweet, Even Angels, Do You Know I'm Here, and Falling in Love. Now listen. This girl sings. The way she sounds on her CD and the way you these live performances, that's how she sounds. That's how she was sounding then. She was really giving me a performance. But let's just, you know, skip forward. When she was singing Even Angels, she was really going through. She didn't really sing the whole song. That's what I wanted. I wanted her to break it down. Or at least, Fantasia, you could have gave me the mic. I was standing right there. And let me just also say, you guys, I was going to do the most. I was really going to do the most, okay? What I was going to do, because there was times when it was just down, but she was just singing, but wasn't nobody really out there. I was really just going to stand up and stand in the middle of the aisle, because I could have did it. And just stood up and just busted out the song and just performed and just walked on up to the front of the stage and just kept performing for Fanny and just sing and just sing. I mean, just sing. And I was sick too, but I was going to sing. I don't care. If Fantasia wanted me to sing, I would pull out of the crack of my ass. But anyway, I didn't do it because I was like, I didn't want to do the most things, because, you know, that could end badly. I could get, you know, dragged away by security. And I paid my $65, and I'm going to finish this damn show. You know, I'm going to get my money's worth. And Fantasia was doing her best to do that for me, you know. And so did Candy and that Eric Benet. I'm just so surprised in Candy. So surprised. Like, she's so much better. And she's not, and she clearly has lost weight. Candy, you were looking good on that stage, girl. You just, good work. But anyway, she sang I'm Here, and that was very, very, very emotional. Like, we all, like, the whole crowd just stood there and just watched her. And by this time, there was this really tall man who came and stood in front of me. And I was like, hi, do you think I could stand in front of you? He was like, oh, sure. I was like, thanks. And I got to stand in front of him, right? And by this time, I'm right in front of the stage. I made my way up there. I'm not playing. And then, you know, I'm up there and I'm just feeling the testimony. She is just singing, right? But then she walks off the stage, and then she comes back for her encore. Her encore is Falling in Love Tonight. Listen, she said, y'all, we're going to end this with a bang. And she set it off. We fell in love that night. I'm just saying, I was like, yes! And I was right there. And listen, everybody, I don't care if you believe me or not, because I have no reason to lie. But, okay, she was coming through, and I was right there in the front of the stage. Like, I was right there. Fantasia was in front of me, okay? She was touching everyone. She was just reaching and touching their hands. And I was like, Fantasia, please! No! Come back! And she walked away. I said, she's going to come back. She's going to come back, and I'm going to reach out there. I love Fantasia so much. I am such a fan, and I just needed just to feel her. And because the connection is there. The connection is there. And we're going to get into that in just a moment, okay? So I just reached out, and Fantasia grabbed my hand, child. She grabbed my hand. I just said, I was like, thank you so much, Fanny. Thank you. All I could say to her was just thank you. And she just looked at me and she's like, bless you, honey. I said, yes! I feel the spirit. I feel it. Yes! Amen. Bless the Lord. Ooh, it was a jolly good show. Hey. But, so the show is over, and her manager is over there on the side. So I'm like, Brian, let me go and say hello, you know. Hi, Brian, I'm Howard of the HR Show Experience, you know. And I tried to get over there. I was running. I was trying to bust through the crowd, but, you know, I wasn't trying to get in trouble and get dragged out by security because, you know, if I had ran up on him like, Brian, come here, doing the most, he might have tried to, you know, call security and have me dragged away like, who is this boy? Because, you know, to be honest, I didn't quite know what I was going to say. I just knew I was going to try and get his attention. If I had gotten in front of him to talk to him, something would have come out of my mouth. Hi, Brian. I'm Howard of the HR Show Experience. I make videos about Fantasia, too. I'm just a love child, and she needs someone like me in her life. She needs a giggle and a giggle, because she goes through from time to time with the emotions, and she needs someone to just lift her spirits. Call me Brian. Brian, for real. No, I'm not joking. I was trying to get to you, and you walked away very quickly and just ushered your little self off in that door. Look. Somebody send this to him. Brian, call me. Send me an email. And my email is howard.hrshow@gmail.com. Email me so we can talk about Fanny, because Fanny needs me in her life. And not to mention, Fanny can invite me on stage. We can crone a tune. We can get up on there, you know. We can both get ugly. We can both get the sweating and swinging, you know. We can get down, Fanny. It's not a thing. I don't mind. You know, believe me, don't worry, Fanny. We can bring it together. We can sing. Sorry. That's okay.
Give it up for Fantasia!
Give it up for Fantasia! I can croon a tune. I can croon a tune for you, Fanny. And we could sing. What song could we sing? Well, I can do Even Angels Learn to Fly. We can do that song. I don't want to do it. I'm here. I'm gonna just let you do that, you know. But we could do. I could do Fall in Love Tonight. What other song? I could do Move On Me. Move on me, baby. I could do that. I could croon a tune. Fanny, come on. And that was amazing, Fantasia. You really put on a show for me, and you are worth every penny, and I would pay more to see you and everything. You really did, the most. You are on your way. But we just need to get out that merchandise situation. I was very unhappy about that. Very unhappy. Who do I need to write a letter to? Who do I need to speak to get that sorted out? Get that squared away. Okay, because I was very excited. I knew I was coming to get a shirt, and I don't even have anything. Because, let me tell you something. People always talk about, oh my gosh, Howard, you really promoting these artists. You're really doing that. And, if you're their fan, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be on the artist side. You're supposed to be out there giving them everything, really giving them their props, trying to help them out, because, no one else is going to do it, and then people wonder why artists aren't doing how they're supposed to be doing today. It's because we're not giving them the time of day. We're not really talking about them. We're not really doing anything. We're so worried about, if they're gay, if they're on crack, if they're smoking legal or illegal substances and bongs, whose crotch we're seeing jumping out of a limo and everything, who's going to jail, who's married, who's not, who's creeping, who's having 8 babies, who's having 12, It's just a mess. It's just a mess. And, we need to be supporting these artists. Talk about the positive thing. Let's get into the music, and that's what I'm here. That's why I make videos about my Fanny and Whitney and all the people that I love. Because that's what it needs to be. And I hope that, when I get myself together, that you guys are right there, supporting me right the way I support them. Because that's what it's all about. Support, showing the love. Amen. Yes. But, I just really enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed myself at this concert. Even though on the way home I got lost because my GPS wasn't trying to work. But either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is your first time watching me, make sure you click that subscribe button. Click on it, okay? And thumbs up. And leave a comment. Just if you want to say hi. Let me know what you think of Fanny. Let me know what you think of all of that, Fantasia. And let me know what you think of Candy and Eric Benet. Leave a comment about all 3, because I'm quite sure that... Oh, and this was almost sold out. This show, when I was looking around, the seats were full. And it wasn't that many that were vacant when I was looking. So clearly, people are coming out to see her. Definitely. But yes, forward this video on Twitter and share it on Facebook, MySpace, all those different things. Let's make this video viral, people. Viral. Don't forget. Listen to me. Retweet this video. Please retweet it. Just tweet it, tweet it, tweet it. Tweet it out. Just make it fly high in the sky like Jason Derulo. Okay? And make it fly even higher like Bob Marley. I mean, we can do it either way. It doesn't matter. As long as we make a viral video out of this and get this video to Brian. And hi to all of her backup singers, because all of her backup singers, it was so cool to see you guys live in person, because I've always seen you guys on TV, and you guys were just amazing, just giving me a spectacle to blow my mind, and I'm still talking, so I'm going to get off this camera. Bye!